In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 actionable steps to increase your keyword ranking on Amazon starting literally today. And for those of you who stay till the end, I'm going to give you all the slides that I cover here for free in a downloadable PDF. Here at the end, I'll give you the link to that for those of you who stay. And if you find the video valuable, be sure to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment for what you found valuable. If you have any questions, also leave a comment there and hit the subscribe button for more, because I have a lot of great videos currently on this channel and a lot more coming to you very, very soon. And just one last thing in advance, I apologize for the audio and kind of the makeshift setup. My wife and I are spending 6 months in Brazil, or 6 months in Brazil and Argentina, kind of mixing it up, traveling around a little bit, so we had to make do. But I promise that you're going to find this presentation extremely helpful. I know I would have if I would have learned this a lot sooner. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it now. So step 1, the basics, right? On a very, very basic level, kind of oversimplifying. When someone looks for a product to purchase, right, a consumer to purchase on Amazon, they type in certain keywords onto their phone or to their desktop or laptop or whatever, and then make a purchase there, right? So they type in a keyword. If they find an option they like, they make a purchase. Really, really simple, okay? Why is that important? This is important because Amazon likes money, and when you make a sale as a seller, Amazon makes money. So when you make money, Amazon makes money. And the reason for that is every Amazon seller, right, with your Amazon products, have a referral fee, which is basically a percent of each, is a percent that you pay Amazon for each sale for basically having access to the Amazon community, to the Amazon platform, which is really, really powerful, right? So when you make a sale, Amazon gets that referral commission, so they make money, right? So because Amazon likes money, if you want to go from page, let's say number 4 or whatever, up to the top of page 1 for a certain keyword. So for example, there's a certain keyword, right? And there's all different positions and different options for that keyword, right? And some are right there at the beginning. Number 1, the first option that you see, the second option that you see, right? The third option, and so on, right? All the way down to, I believe it's like 48 total options on the first page, right? So let's say you want to get from, below the first ranking up to the first. What you need to do is, right, for that specific keyword, you need to generate more sales than whatever position you want to get to. So for example, if you want to be the number 1 spot for a certain keyword, you need to get more sales for that keyword than the number 1 spot, okay? Now, there's no way to know exactly how many sales a particular seller is making per keyword, but overall, right, if you're generating more sales than your competitors, you can likely rank for some of your top keywords, right, that they are ranking for, okay? So that's a basic gist of it, that every keyword has, different positions, and if you want to increase position, you need to generate more sales, because if you generate more sales, what Amazon's going to do is see your product and your listing, and they're going to think, okay, great, people are really interested in this product and want to buy this product. So if it's currently on on spot number 10, let's increase it maybe to spot number 9 or spot number 8 and see if people keep buying or buy more. And if people keep buying more, they'll keep increasing the rank, right? Because like I said, if you're generating more sales than spot number 1 is, you're making Amazon more money than spot number 1. And if you're making more money for Amazon than somebody else, Amazon's going to give you priority. Okay, does that make sense? And again, this is kind of oversimplifying. It's not all exactly this way, or it works exactly this way, but this is the way that it works. Okay, on a very simple level. So sales are very important, and you want to generate sales for specific keywords. And if you want to increase rank for those keywords, right? If you want to increase rank on Amazon, you need to generate more sales for that keyword. Okay, really simple. So that's just kind of the basics. And then kind of taking a step further, right? So we know that each keyword has different positions, right? The number 1 listing on that keyword, number 2, number 3, and so on, up to 48, right, on the first page. Each keyword also has different search volume, okay, which we all know, right? So for example, there could be one keyword that has 10,000 searches per month, another that has 1,000 searches per month, and yet another that has only 100 searches per month. So what a lot of sellers do when they see this graph and they learn this information is they think, okay, well, I want to direct all my efforts toward the 10,000 keyword, because imagine if I could get in front of, if I could get 10,000 views per month for a certain keyword, or my listing could get 10,000 more views per month, or at least a percentage of that versus 1,000, right? That's a lot better, right? 10,000 is better than 1,000, right? And in one regard, yes, but that's only taking one metric or one variable into account, okay? So what I recommend is not going for your most competitive keyword. I do not recommend going for that 10,000 search per month keyword necessarily. And the reason I say that is because I want to kind of ask you a question and kind of put the situation to maybe to bring the situation to life. So would you rather compete in an Olympic race against Olympic athletes who have been training their entire lives for this race for $1 million, or would you rather compete in a race against literal babies for a prize of $1,000? Okay, again, we can go back to our previous example. What most sellers think about is, oh, look, 10,000 is a lot more than 1,000, for example, or 10,000 is a lot more than 100. So I want to, rank for that. I want to try to compete for that, right? The reality is that 10,000 search per month keyword is likely going to be much more competitive than that 1,000 keyword search per month keyword, and that's not even taking everything into account, which I'll talk about later. Another reason why less competitive keywords can be more beneficial for you. So going back to the situation, a lot of Amazon sellers think, oh, I want the $1 million prize, right? Because $1 million is more than 1,000. I want $1 million. Let me put it to you this way. Would you rather have a chance of never, ever in 1,000 years making $1 million because you're just not as competitive? You can't compete with these Olympic athletes. So basically, would you rather have the chance of winning $0 or $1,000? So instead of looking at it, oh, I could get $1 million or 1,000, look at it this way. You can either definitely get $0 because you're never going to win, or you can get 1,000. Now that $1,000 sounds a lot better, and it's a lot easier. So it's a lot easier to rank for these kind of baby keywords, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but it's a lot easier to rank for these baby keywords. And when these baby keywords add up, they can actually add up, right? If we have multiple, 1,000, hundreds, right? They start to add up to that 10,000 over time, right? Which you can do relatively quickly, and I'll talk about that in a second. So specifically, right, these baby keywords, the technical definition of these baby keywords are long tail keywords, okay? So these are keywords that are 3 and 4 phrases that are very, very specific to your product, okay? So what I recommend doing, whether you're just starting off on Amazon, whether you are you're already ranking, right, and you want to rank for more keywords and generate more sales on Amazon, this is what I'd highly recommend starting with. Start right here, and you'll see exactly why. So find long tail keywords, okay, that are very specific to your product, 3 and 4, because these keywords are going to be less competitive, much easier to rank for, I can guarantee that, than some of these shorter tail keywords, okay? And again, when you rank for enough long tail keywords, you can actually make up for and actually have more views, more sales, higher conversion rates than going for those higher competitive keywords, all right? An example would be, let's say you sell hiking shoes on Amazon, okay? So you specifically sell men's black hiking shoes. So an example of a long tail, so your main keyword could be shoes or hiking shoes, right? Shoes, think about how competitive the term shoes is. And also even think about how competitive hiking shoes is, right? So you have the term hiking shoes, that's kind of your main keyword, okay? Very, very competitive. However, when you add men's and black, assuming again this relates to your product, you're not just gonna randomly target men's black hiking shoes if you don't actually sell, men's black hiking shoes. So if hiking shoes is your root, right? So what you want to do is you want to find these longer tail keywords, right? 3 and 4 keyword phrases that have your root keyword in it. So as you can see, our root keyword's hiking shoes. This long tail keyword has our root keyword hiking shoes in it. We have men's hiking shoes black. It could also be men's black hiking shoes, black men's hiking shoes. I don't know if that would really work. I think it would. I think people are typing that in. But there's a huge list that you could create, right? But this is an example of creating a long tail keyword. This basically turns that keyword, makes it less competitive. And what I've personally found, and again, I encourage you to do your own research into this, is when I target longer tail keywords that contain my main keyword in it, not only do I rank for this specific keyword, so for example, men's hiking shoes black, a lot less competitive. I have a lot more likelihood of ranking on page 1, position 1 for this keyword, but also because my root is in there, this could also help me increase rank for hiking shoes as well, because the term hiking shoes is in the phrase. So it's kind of like there's a lot of benefits here, right? It's less competitive, which means it can be less expensive. It can be easier and faster to rank. You can actually have higher conversion rates when you try to target these keywords because they're more specific. So the more specific a keyword is, the more likely you're going to have a higher conversion rate. So higher conversion rate, faster, cheaper, easier, less stress, and you can rank for this keyword and for your main keyword. So a lot of benefits of trying to rank for longer tail keywords, again, at least from the beginning, and then you can kind of move up to more competitive keywords from there. So for example, maybe I start off with men's hiking shoes black, I rank for that keyword, start getting sales, great. Then I start going for men's hiking shoes or black hiking shoes, okay? I start targeting that keyword, and then maybe, as I start ranking and generating sales from that, then I start targeting hiking shoes overall. Okay, this is just an example of a flow of how this would kind of work out for you. Okay, so another great, I just want to add this, a really, really great tool that I personally use to identify long tail relevant keywords to my product is Helium 10's magnet tool. The reason is That Helium 10 actually, so this is a tool by Helium 10. It's a an Amazon-specific keyword research tool where you can essentially enter in a certain keyword, and then Helium 10 is going to show you a huge list of other related keywords, and you can actually organize the list by what's called Magnet IQ score. Okay, so Magnet IQ score, you can sort the list, and basically, Magnet IQ score tries to help you easily and quickly identify keywords with relatively high volume and low competition, right? So high demand, low competition keywords, which tend to be long tail, right? So this is really helpful for identifying Amazon specific, relatively high demand or high searched, low competition keywords, okay? So that's why I recommend it. You can get started with a free trial, which I always recommend, always go free first before paying for anything. And so do that first. And then if you are interested, if you see the value in Helium 10, which I'm a Helium 10 subscriber, I absolutely love Helium 10, and I'm a Helium 10 affiliate. And if you're interested in getting 50% off your first month of Helium 10 or getting 10% off for life off Helium 10, I have a coupon code below in case you're interested. But again, I'm not trying to push it, just in case you're interested. It is an affiliate link, so that helps me a lot and actually helps me to produce more content like this. So if you're interested in getting that discount code in the description, but like I said, highly recommend checking out the free trial first. So that's Helium 10, really, really great, helpful tool. But you can also do this manually and give this a shot manually as well. So that's step number one, which is basically, the overview, but really identifying what keywords you want to rank for, which I recommend, regardless of where you are, long tail. At least start there, and then you can work your way up. Okay, if you're just starting off or you have an existing Amazon product or an Amazon listing. So that's step number one. Step number two is you want to better optimize your Amazon listing. So essentially, you want to make sure that the keywords that you're trying to rank for are present and well optimized in your Amazon listing. Because think about it, if you're trying to rank for certain keywords, right? Amazon's going to look at your listing, and if the keywords that you're trying to rank for aren't in your listing, obviously that's a discrepancy to Amazon. They're like, okay, well, the algorithm can't really understand what your product is and doesn't really make sense to the algorithm. So it's going to be difficult, or even maybe in some cases impossible, for you to rank for certain keywords. So it's very, very important. Step number one is identify what keywords you want to rank for. Step number two is to make sure that each piece of that keyword, right? So if it's a 3 or 4 keyword phrase, that each of those words, so if we're going back to our example, men's hiking shoes black, that men's, black, shoes, and hiking, that those 4 words are somewhere in your listing at least. That's the bare minimum. If they're not, there's a huge opportunity for you, and that alone could help increase your rank and help generate some additional sales already. So that's kind of a quick win that I see a lot of Amazon sellers and other sellers that I've done consulting with and really helped see some really quick wins from that. So that's number one. Make sure that all those keywords that you're trying to rank for are in your listing, your Amazon listing, and specifically in the right order. So each part of your listing has different ranking weight, is the best way that I can describe it. So you want to make sure that you put your most important keywords first in your title, followed by your subject matter and search terms, which are in the back end kind of section of your listing, then your bullet points, followed by your description, kind of in that order. Again, this is based on my own research. Do your own research. There is some conflicting information about where the best places to put your keywords are. Some will disagree with this, some will agree with this, but this is the exact method that I use for my own listings and I've had great success with, and I've done a lot of research into this topic, so this is the exact formula that I use. Again, most important, go in the title, followed by subject matter, then the search terms, then the bullet points, then the description, kind of in that order. So that's number one, is make sure those individual words are somewhere in your listing. Number two, if possible, right, if it's possible for you to have the exact phrase, let's say men's black hiking shoes, if you can put that exact phrase into your listing, that is going to help you increase the likelihood of you ranking for that specific keyword, because that exact phrase is in your listing. Does the phrase have to be in your listing exactly in that order? No, not necessarily. However, it will help. So step two, right, the part A is to make sure that each word is in your listing. Part two is, if you can and if it makes sense, to put the phrase in that exact order in your listing, and that's going to help you increase your ability to rank for that. So this is definitely step two. A lot of people skip this step or they don't even know about it. Properly optimizing your listing is one of the most important things that you can do. I spend hours optimizing my listings. I always use paid tools. If you're not, there's a huge opportunity for you to improve. That's the plus side. And if you don't, though, the negative side is you're missing out big time. I can promise you that. I can guarantee you that. And in my opinion, I have a whole video on this if you want to check that out. I've tested a lot of tools. My absolute favorite tool for optimizing my Amazon listing, specifically for keyword optimization, is called SELLER.TOOLS. And again, I have a huge video, or I have a video going through all the reasons for why this is the case. One of those reasons is you get a free 14-day trial. It's extremely quick and easy to use compared to other tools. Still takes some time, but it's a lot faster and more efficient than other tools. And it's highly, highly accurate. And I've done my own research in this, comparing my own Amazon PPC data and my top search most relevant keywords with Amazon PPC, as well as the search volume that SELLER.TOOLS provides me. It's a very, very accurate tool, very powerful tool. I know the founders, and I highly recommend this. Again, free 14-day trial. Link is in the description, as well as a coupon code in case you ever do want to pay monthly for the SELLER.TOOLS tool, which has a ton of other tools other than keyword optimization. Again, I'm not here just trying to push affiliate links, although obviously I am. I honestly believe this. Again, those of you who have been following me, you know this to be true. I absolutely love SELLER.TOOLS. Very, very important. But again, if you don't use SELLER.TOOLS, make sure that you're using some kind of tool and you're spending proper amount of time in developing a gigantic keyword list to make sure you know exactly the top search most relevant keywords to be using in your listing. And then also, if you already have a listing up, if you've already kind of done these steps and you just want to rank for those specific keywords that you've identified from step 1, make sure that those words are in the listing. And then if you can, make sure those phrases in that exact form are also in your listing. Okay, so that's step number 2. Step number 3 is driving traffic. Okay, just to briefly recap. So Amazon likes making money, right? So when you make Amazon money, they're going to show you to more of their customers, and when more of their customers that are relevant to your product see your product, they're going to pay you, and ultimately Amazon's going to make more money. When Amazon makes more money, they're going to show you to more people. When more people see your listing, they're going to spend more money, and you and Amazon make more sales. When you guys make more sales, more people, and so on and so on. And it's kind of known as this virtuous cycle. And you may be thinking, well, Sumner, obviously, like I know this, you already talked about this, but how do we get in there? Because, right, if nobody's seeing my listing, then I'm never going to make money, and Amazon's not going to make money, and then they're not going to show me to more people, and then if I don't get shown to more people, I'm not going to make more money, and so on and so on. So how do I get into this circle, right? And that is by driving traffic. And there are really 2 main forms of traffic that I want to make you aware of. This is the way that I kind of think about it. So there's internal and external traffic, and specifically, internal traffic is Amazon PPC, also known as Amazon advertising. So essentially, you can pay Amazon a certain amount. You can say, hey, Amazon, I want to show up for these keywords specifically, and I'm willing to pay this much every time someone clicks. So for example, let's say I want to show up for the term men's black hiking shoes, and I'm willing to spend 50 cents, or I'm willing to spend $1 every time someone clicks on that term to my listing. And again, this should happen, right? Is when you target a specific keyword that's relevant to your product and enough people click, you'll start to see sales, right? Some keywords more than others, and again, there's a whole optimization process. I have videos here on YouTube. I have entire multiple hour course step by step on Udemy that's like $20. Again, not trying to promote that, but a lot of other content going to be here on YouTube as well about the Amazon PPC process. But a really great way to drive traffic and to rank for certain keywords is basically you'll tell Amazon, hey, I want to rank for these or I want to target these exact match keywords. So you tell Amazon I want those. This is how much I'm willing to spend per day. Here's how much I'm willing to spend per click. Tell them that, and then essentially, right, Amazon will start showing you for those keywords. If people click on your listing from those keywords and make a purchase, that's going to help you increase your rank for those specific keywords, right? Because someone types in a keyword, they see your ad, they click on that ad on Amazon, and a percent of them buy your product. Again, that's going to help you generate more sales for that keyword and potentially ultimately, increase your rank on Amazon for that keyword. Okay, so number 1, internal traffic, also known as Amazon PPC or Amazon advertising. Number 2 is external traffic, and there are a big variety of options for external traffic, and here's just a few, but there are a lot. Okay, so types of external traffic include Pinterest ads, Google ads, building and nurturing an email list, social media content, blogger and influencer shoutouts, press releases. This could be Facebook ads in ManyChat, right? Or even your Facebook Messenger subscriber list, right? Huge variety of ways to generate external traffic. But this is essentially, reaching out to an audience or reaching out to a group of people that are interested in your product, telling them about your product, right? So with Pinterest ads, you can create a Pinterest ad, target it to people who are looking for certain keywords on Pinterest, right? A percent of people see your ad, a percent of them will click, and then a percent of those will actually buy, right? Same thing with Google ads, right? With your email list, if you're building and nurturing an email list, which I'd highly recommend that you do if you're not already, what you can do is actually send, hey, we're giving 15% off for a limited time for Christmas or whatever. Click the link to claim the promotion, right? So people click on that link, takes them to the Amazon listing, right? And so on, right? So these are all different ways of basically promoting your Amazon listing using external traffic. And it's really not that hard to even get the basics of a lot of these. And you may be thinking, all right, Summer, well, didn't you say that we need to be getting like a certain number of sales per keyword in order to increase rank? But if people are just clicking on a link to our Amazon listing, that's not going to help us because they didn't type in any keywords, they didn't type anything into Amazon, they just went straight to our listing and bought our product. So how does that help with us with ranking? Well, the way that it's going to help you is by using ranking URLs. If you're not already doing this, and there are a lot of Amazon sellers, a lot that I've consulted with that are not, so if this is you, definitely be sure to kind of test this out or consider using this because it can have a profound impact on your Amazon business. And specifically, what you'll do, you can go to HELIUM10.com. Again, this is completely free, by the way. Go to HELIUM10.com, go to Resources, and click on the GEMS URL Builder, okay? So when you click there, you'll be shown to a page that looks something like this. And I recommend, what I personally use is the two-step via brand. And basically what you'll do is you'll fill out the information that Helium 10 requests. So they ask you for what is your brand, your Amazon brand name? What are your Amazon, or what keywords do you want to rank for? What is your product's ASIN, etc., right? So you just really quickly fill out that information, click generate, and once you generate, you now have what I like to call a ranking URL. And what that is essentially, it's a URL that, so it acts just like if you were to take a URL from your listing and give it to someone, so they click on the URL, it takes them to your listing, great. Two-step URL, same thing, or the ranking URL is the same thing. So what happens is, right, you give this new link that you created, you give that to somebody. It could be, your email list. It could be used in your Pinterest ads. It could be used with an influencer or with a blogger, right? They use this link, whatever it might be. You send this link out to the audience outside of Amazon, right? And a percent of people are going to click. When they click, they're still going to be taken to your Amazon listing. However, the URL is designed to mimic a keyword search in Amazon. Okay, so basically it acts the same way if you just gave like a plain regular link. However, the benefit is it kind of mimics and kind of tells the algorithm, hey, these people typed in these keywords. Specifically right here, in this example, we see the term blue notebook was typed in. So this is, let's say I want to rank for the term blue notebook. So basically the URL mimics every time someone clicks. It's that like someone typed in blue notebook and then hit enter and then found your listing. Okay, so it's going to help you rank for those keywords that you type in here into the search query and then before you hit generate. So again, pretty much like a regular URL, just going to help you rank. Okay, really that simple. If you have more questions about it, let me know in the comments. But again, you'll create this URL and then you can use this in all of your advertising, anything that directs people to your Amazon listing, exchange that URL that you're using with this ranking URL instead, and then see the progress and see the effect and impact this has on those specific keywords, and this should definitely increase your keyword ranking on Amazon. So that's number 3, and just to kind of recap, number 1, we want to identify keywords to increase rank for. Number 2, improve our Amazon listings SEO and our keyword optimization. Step number 3 is drive traffic either with PPC and or external traffic. I like to use a combination of both, targeted toward those specific keywords that we identified in point 1. And from there, we can definitely track and see how quickly and how we increase rank for specific keywords on Amazon, right? And if you follow all these steps, again, it depends on how much you're spending and what keywords you're ranking for and all of that, but you should see some really incredible success using this exact formula, these exact 3 steps. I've seen really incredible success with keyword ranking on Amazon for my own products. So as promised, for those of you who stay to the end, you can download the slides right here. You can pause the video and just download it here. I'm also going to make this available in the description section of this video, so be sure to check out the description section. All the other tools and everything else that I mentioned here in this video will be there. A lot of other great free and paid tools as well. So all that in the description section, be sure to check it out. And lastly, like I said, if you found this video helpful, like the video, leave a comment, right? Anything you found insightful, anything you have questions about, if there's anything you agree, disagree with, let me know in the comments. And lastly, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell because I have a lot of other great videos currently here on this channel and I have a lot more coming very, very soon. And I want to make sure you don't miss out. So if you don't want to miss out, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And as always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this extremely valuable and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.